Hi, Alan Stratton from As Wood Turns. For this week's turning project, I'm going to take the style from one of our club members, Paul Russell. He likes to turn weird crooks and branches into a candlestick. So I saw one on that piece of crab apple that I pruned off the tree and said, well, can I do that? So yes, I think I can. So this is a candlestick, one of a kind, never to be repeated, cannot make a twin, but this is a very nice candlestick made out of this crab apple. Has a insert also to protect the wood a little bit. And let's make this candle.
So now I've mounted this crooked branch between centers on the lathe. If you want to see an out-of-balance piece of wood, this is one of them. I've driven the tailstock in as tightly as possible. Now where to place the tool rest. This is going to be a wild ride. I'm starting with my large bowl gouge at the outside of the largest bend. This is cutting a lot of air and only occasionally cutting wood. But I have to attack here to remove at least some of the out of balance. Talk about rough turning. That was interesting. Let me move the tool rest over a little bit and do some more. Now that some of this is completed, I'm moving to a new section near the headstock. Maybe I can have the tool rest a bit closer to the wood this time. Even this is rough turning. This section will become the top of the candlestick. I'm not sure what this will look like. Let's try the other end that will be the bottom. I need to round off the section and then cut a mounting tenon. At this point, I think the base is too long, so I skin it back a little more. There is no way to plan this sort of turning. It has to evolve on the lathe. So now I saw off the end and mount it into the chuck. That seems to me to be the best way to be able to finish the top, including drilling for the candle. This is getting a bit easier since at least this section is close to round. So now I can back off the tailstock and prepare to drill for the candle. Then after drilling, I can use a cone center for the tailstock. I will continue to refine the shape, balancing between the outer profile and the inner bark edge. Now I can actually start to see the shape and envision what it could become. The wood is wet, and it is time for dinner. I took the wood inside to show my wife and put it in a paper sack for a few days. I intend to sand it and want at least the surface moisture to evaporate. But now that it has dried a little, the candle hole is distorted and I'm not quite happy with the overall shape. So I'm mounting it back on the lathe for more than sanding. First, the neck is too long. I'm parting it off to shorten it. I also find that my neck is not centered. Now to again drill the hole for the candle and a metal candle holder. The base in the tenon has also distorted. I cannot get the wood aligned with just the chuck mount. I used the chuck as is, but centered the neck with the live center. Then using a parting tool, cut a new tenon on the base section and remounted the wood so it can run as true as possible. Then refine the shape a little more to the new axis. But the candle holder is tapered. I have to drill a smaller hole and gradually ream it out more with my skew until it fits. Then a lot of hand sanding. My best results were with 80 grit wrapped around a piece of scrap wood. This is the only way I can remove the ridges from the out of balance loop. There is no way this wood could be stable enough for a smooth cut. Consequently, the block sanding, then up through the grits. I decide to shorten the base even more, but to do so, I'm doing this while I part off the bottom. Then carve off the nub and give the base more of a concave shape. Then if it warps more later, I can easily true it with a minimum of sanding on a piece of sandpaper on a flat surface. Then sign it. Then give it a good bath in walnut oil. I usually think of candlesticks in pairs. However, due to the unique curve of the wood and the bark edge, there is no way that myself or any other person could turn a twin to this candlestick. This candlestick is unique, never to be repeated. I like it. I will keep a lookout for crooked sections of wood for other unique projects. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe on my website, tell your friends, and send me your comments and questions. Every week I make a new wood turning video. Please wear your full face shield anytime that lathe is running. Until next week's video, this is Alan Stratton from As Wood Turns.